Hi everyone, this is Jimmy here at Jimmy Math Tutoring, and we're going to go to bit.ly/JimmyMath. That's my website, a shortcut to it, all lowercase letters, bit.ly/JimmyMath. So you go to my tutoring service, and we're talking about booking a session now. So there's the link right there. If you can remember that shortcut, you could type that into your web browser, but I'm going to try to get through this video, in less than 15 minutes. So that you don't have too much pain. But there's a lot of stuff that I can talk about about this system. But here is what you see when you get there, and actually we'll know because I'm already logged in. But this is what you see when you get there, usually, unless you were logged in prior and your web browser saved your cookies. But you're going to get there and you're going to see this, and so you'll see these dark boxes, and those are reserved time blocks that someone has reserved one of those sessions, and all of these black boxes mean days that people have reserved a session on. You can click on that to go see that particular week. As you can see, it's now highlighted in dark blue. The current week has a yellow number for the current day, so that's today, Thursday, January 13th. And there's some things you can do without even logging in, but let's go ahead and log in. So assuming you've already registered, I did a video on that, so we're successfully logged in, and you'll probably want to now you can see some of these are filled in with your name, Rodney Student. That is you. And if you want to see your complete your complete agenda of upcoming appointments, just click on the agenda tab, and there you can see all of your upcoming appointments with me. All of these times on the schedule are listed in my time zone, Eastern Standard Time. It's not your time zone. So just remember that. For example, if you were to click on one of these to look at the details of the appointment, you'll see, yes, it starts at 5 p.m. and it goes to 6:30 p.m. in this case, 1 hour and a half. And but under there you see the 2 p.m. to 3:30 p.m. PST, which is Pacific Standard Time, which would be the time zone that you had chosen in your settings up here. You see, you're in Pacific Time, and so it's probably a good time to just mention the profile. If you'd like to set up a phone number or a mobile number to in your profile, that would be fine, because I can text and I can make phone calls. If you just add that. I mean, it's just an additional way that I have of getting in touch with you if there's a problem or something. But it's not necessary. But you can set your time zone, to any time zone that you're in, Pacific, Central, whatever. And then of course the student profile is something that you can update periodically, however often that you would like to. For example, after a session, before your next session with me, come here and tell me how it went, how you did on your last test or quiz, how much I was able to help you, and how much it helped you in your quiz. Update me on what your goals are for the course. If you did poorly on the quiz, or you might have to downgrade from wanting to get a B to just wanting to get a C, and I'll look at that, because I'll be able to see that in my administrator interface. For example, I go to my student management here and I pull up your particular form, and I can see, oh, okay, he wants to get a C now, and he said the session was good, didn't get through as many problems as he had hoped, but did poorly on the quiz. So I look at that before every session. Before every session I'll try to look at that so I can see how you've been doing since our last session, and any feedback that you had for me with regards to that last session. So I can always pull that up at a moment's glance. As well, I can pull up things like my schedule of upcoming appointments. You see, this would be my schedule, and of course you're the next one on January 14th at 5 p.m. my time. That would of course be well, it doesn't show that here, but that is a different time zone for you. But these are all in my time here. But anyway, back to you. This is about you. So feel free to update the profile. Let's say we just did a session and you say I don't know, okay session, video quality lagged, but audio was good. Satisfied, but hope, but did well on quiz next day. Thanks. Something like that, and then you could, maybe you just want to pass the class at this point, and you feel like, for the next session you're going to need help with mainly, test preparation, for example. So that will change your profile so that when I go and look at it for the next time, I'll be able to see, that your situation has maybe changed. See, now I see okay session, video quality lagged, but audio is good. Okay, so he just wants to pass the class now, So anyway, that's a little bit about the profile. Just make sure that you do the things that I'm talking about here with regards to your profile settings about the time zone. Make sure you set up your time zone. So let's go back and look at the schedule. There's different views, and the thing is, when you do a schedule, you go to your email and you'll see that you get confirmation emails of new appointments that you've scheduled. As you can see, I've done quite a few of them, testing them here. Here is one that was a 1-hour session, from and it's from 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. Eastern time, but in the parentheses it has 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. Pacific time, which is your time zone. And so the pay later thing, don't even pay attention to that, because when you book your session you'll pay immediately. This is just for example purposes. There's the ID, and you'll get a confirmation email every time that you schedule an appointment with me. Here's a recurring scheduled session. You scheduled this one from every Tuesday all the way to the end of the semester, and it ended up repeating 16 times. So you locked in all 16 Tuesdays at this particular time, 2 p.m. to 3:30 p.m. Pacific time on calculus. And you indicated see my profile for any additional information, because every week you go to your profile and update that prior to the session, because you can't edit the additional information field on an appointment once it's scheduled, and when it's recurring you're just stuck with the initial one. So that's why that was done that way. And so it will send you confirmation emails immediately after you book the session, so you can see some details of that. So I wanted to just briefly do an example of a quick scheduling. So let's go to the default view, which is the weekly view, and you can see let's say today's Thursday, it's Thursday at noontime. Let's say you want to try to get something, you got to schedule 24 hours in advance. So if you try to schedule for too soon, it's not going to let you do that. Say you try to do it for 11 p.m. tonight. So you create the appointment, and it's going to say appointments cannot be made less than 1 day in advance. So you're going to have to go back and reconsider that. But what you can do, if you really want to do it quickly, you can go to find available space after the 14th. Today's the 13th. So this will find the soonest available time slots that are open, and it will subtract all the ones that are already booked. So as you can see, Friday from 1 to 5 is an open time period. So you can go to that, or you can just click on the schedule thing, show it in the calendar. Friday, there it is right there. But it might be easier for you to just add it right here. So it's got the first available time slot, 1 to 2 p.m. Eastern. That's 10 to 11 Pacific. So let's say that you want to do it a little bit later. Say you want to go say from 2 to 4 with me. So you go 2, and then it'll automatically put 3, but you change that to a 4. So if you want something different from an hour, you have to change the numbers in here. If you wanted it 4:30, you could do that, and that would be 2.5 hour session. Price automatically changes down there. Let's say you need help with Calculus 1 and just a one-time thing. Have a quiz tomorrow. Need work on related rates problems, so I'll know what you want to do. So you create this appointment, no repeating, and you're just going to pay later, but you'll have to go through PayPal. Normally the pay later button will not be there. So if you say pay later, we'll automatically book it for you. There you go. There it is right there. I'll be able to see it in my schedule. You're on the schedule now, and it should send you a confirmation email. There we go. There it is right there in dark. There it is. Confirming what you did and everything like that. And again, it will be on my agenda as well. So that's an example. Now you could, let's say you wanted to book a session all the way to the end of the semester with me, once a week. You just want to get with me on Sundays, say something like 1 to say Sundays in the afternoon. You want to do one session with me all semester long. I'll let you do that. All you have to do is click on the next available Sunday, which would be the 16th right here, and now you're gonna, it'd probably be a good thing to go to the weekly view and look at the next Sunday. So the next week, week 3, I guess I should be using these little navigation. Week 2, go to week 3. Here's the next Sunday. So let's say you want to do it at 8 o'clock at night, my time. Well, 8 o'clock at night your time. So you'd need to go to 11 p.m. my time to get 8 your time, because you're in Pacific. You're 3 hours earlier than Eastern time, and you're with Calculus 1. And let's say you want to repeat it, weekly, every week until you want to go it's January now. You want to go all the way until May the 13th, because your final is during that week, and so Sunday the 8th will be your last day. So you could just say Sunday the 8th, and just my weekly preparation, and say see my profile for more updated details each week prior to session. I'll know you don't have to type all this, but and then you say create the appointment, and so once everything looks good, you go ahead and click there, and it's for 1 hour default. You could have changed it to different, like an hour and a half. Maybe we should go do that. Well, now see, what happened is that you can't go back like that, but it's grayed out right there. You see, what you have to do is click that, and it says payment in progress. In that case, the only thing that you can do is, what you have to do is you have to go to your agenda, and let's see if I can pull it up. It's on Sunday, right? Well, here it is. You can click to see your payment information, and there it is. Now it will let you go ahead and pay for that. If you that's an important little thing to remember. So you would go to pay now to go to PayPal. I'm going to go pay later just to show you how it works. So it successfully created those appointments for you, and let's go to week 3 and see if they're there. There it is. There you are down there, 11 p.m. to midnight, and all of these black things now indicate that I've got a session on those days, and you're going to be on those sessions too. So every one of them you're going to see yourself on. You see, that is Sunday, March 20th. There you are. you know, and you can click and see, you know, the details. And of course it's going to send you the confirmation email. There it is right there. So I'm going to do one more video on this. We're not quite done, but almost. You know, we've almost covered everything. Okay, be back in a minute.